Hello and welcome to Moment of Truth on Labour Social. I'm Graham Hughes. Today the government has announced a new 5-point plan to reduce immigration. This plan includes prohibiting care workers from bringing their families with them to the UK, as well as raising the minimum salary for skilled worker visas. James Cleverly, who only took office as Home Secretary a few weeks ago, has obviously faced pressure from his tyrant billionaire paymasters to demonstrate a tough stance on immigration. After the Rwanda deportation scheme died a death last month and migration reached nearly 750,000 last year, Tory twats across the country are expressing discontent by belching their xenophobic gases into the infosphere. However, it's not uncommon for Tories to be discontented. That's their default setting. To paraphrase Noel Gallagher, they're like men with forks in a world of soup. The proposed measures include changes to health and care visas, so overseas care workers won't be able to bring their family dependents to live with them. Organisations sponsoring visa applications will now be regulated by the Care Quality Commission. This will no doubt lead to a scenario where a significant proportion of foreign workers' salaries are sent back to their home countries rather than contributing to the British economy. Not that the Tories give a flying fuck through a rolling donut about the economy, as evidenced by the fact that it hasn't grown in real terms for the last 16 years. The skilled worker visa minimum salary threshold will increase to £38,700, although health and care workers may still earn less before applying for the visas. While the intention is to ensure equal pay for foreign and UK workers, it remains uncertain if these measures will achieve that goal. Cleverly's wrecking ball to the immigration system will make it quite literally impossible for many firms to find staff and to meet the new constraints of employment. The shortage occupation list is set to undergo changes, with a plan to eliminate the 20% salary discount for visas in shortage occupations. The types of jobs on the list will be reviewed and reduced. While this may protect British workers from being undercut, it raises concerns about genuine labour shortages in critical industries. Family visas are also facing adjustments, with the minimum threshold rising to £38,700 a year, apparently to ensure financial support for dependents. This significant increase from the previous £18,600 is quite possibly the cruelest part of this policy, since 75% of the population would not be in a position to afford to have their husband, wife, or even children come live with them in this country. To be clear, this is how much you, as a British citizen, have to be earning in order to have your spouse live here with you. And it has to be salary. Freelancers, such as myself, don't count, and neither does contract work. So, just like Brexit, it won't affect the born rich, just the rest of us. One of the reasons I split with my Aussie girlfriend of 10 years was because we both knew that I'll never earn £18,600 a year. But this takes the ability to marry someone from another country and have them live with you here in the UK beyond the reach of 3 out of every 4 people in the population. And please note, not a single Tory MP will be negatively affected by this change in the law. They earn far much more than £38,700 a year. There's a very good chance that you will be affected, though. Finally, the government aims to tighten regulations on who can bring in family members on student visas, the idea being that rather than to encourage people to come and study here and then work and help improve our economy, instead we're going to encourage them to piss off as soon as they have their qualifications and take their optimal revenue for the exchequer generating powers elsewhere. These measures are highly unlikely to reduce immigration by any substantial number. They're just going to, once again, just like with Brexit, penalise anyone who's not born with a silver spoon up their arse. It will fuck our economy even further and do absolutely nothing whatsoever to improve the lives of anyone unfortunate enough to be born on this rock. Well, anyone who wasn't spat out of their mothers onto a pile of £50 notes anyway. If anything, it will drive up emigration, further fueling the ongoing brain drain in which our brightest and best leave the country and go and live somewhere they can be with their partner and their kids without the heartless Tory bastard mouth breathers breathing down their necks for the crime of falling in love with someone perceived to be born on an inferior coordinate of longitude and latitude. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below.